everybody. Thanks for joining in. Hope you had a good weekend. And I hope a lot of you were smarter than I was because I wasted a little over 3 hours of my life yesterday watching the pathetic, awful football team called the New York Jets once again. Yesterday, as you know, the Jets got beat 37-22 by the Dallas Cowboys. And in case any of you out there who were smarter than I am and went and did something better with your day and didn't watch the game, don't fool yourself. The game wasn't as close as 37-22 sounds. The Jets were losing 30-6 going into the fourth quarter. This is against a Cowboy defense that is statistically the worst in the NFL. And the Jets had 6 points going into the fourth quarter. Dallas Cowboys had 292 total yards in the first half of the game. The first half of the game. They ended up having 2 over 90-yard drives for scores. I think they said that the Cowboys haven't done that in 20 years. Dak Prescott was just having his way with the Jets, and he didn't even really need to have his way. They couldn't stop the run. They couldn't tackle. They couldn't stop the pass. I think in the first half of the game alone, the Jets had somewhere around 13 or 15 missed tackles in the first half of the game before they got even to the second half of the game. This game was over as soon as Breece Hall fumbled on the 3 or 4 yard line, whatever it was, and the Cowboys took that ball and they went 95 yards for a touchdown. That was the end of the game. I've never seen a team in my life in any sport give up so quickly as this team does. As soon as they have any kind of adversity, it's over. A fumble, they can't stop somebody, the other team scores, it is over. The Jets can't catch up. If they're down 10-3, the game is over. The Jets can't catch up. It's over. But I did find one silver lining here with the New York Jets. And you guys are out there going, what silver lining are you talking about? Here it is. The New York Jets are the best team in the NFL at compiling garbage time statistics. I think Justin Fields ended up with 280-something yards of passing, 2 touchdowns. That all looks good on paper. 170-something of those yards came in the second half when the game was already over. The Jets are the best team in the NFL piling up garbage time statistics because that's what they do. That's what I said in my video about this game. My pregame video, I even told you, Justin Fields will get his token touchdown pass. They'll get some yards in garbage time because that's what they do. Because garbage teams get garbage time stats, and that's what the Jets are, a completely and utterly garbage football team. They are poorly coached. They never look like they're ready for a game. They always look like uninspired, like they don't want to be there. They're not even trying. The offense is worse. The defense is worse every week. And yesterday I watched about 5 minutes of Aaron Glenn's a post-game conference where he says the same shit that we've been listening to now for 10 years. Yeah, we got to stop that. We can't let that happen. Yeah, I'm going to watch the tape. Yeah, this has got to stop. We can't allow this to go on. Every week he says that. And guess what? Every week, the same thing happens again. The same penalties, the same mistakes, the same buffoonery, the same poor coaching. Every week it happens. But yet, every week he tells us we got to stop that. We can't let that happen anymore. What? I don't know. And then he tells then he says, we had a great week of practice. You had a great week of practice? I'd hate to see if you have a bad week of practice. Aaron Glenn, do this for me. Don't practice at all. Don't even practice. Just go to London, have your fun, go sightsee with the family. Don't practice. Because at least you have an excuse for being so shitty. Say, well, we didn't practice. That's why we suck. The fact of the matter is that you tell everybody that you have a great week of practice and you still suck is embarrassing. Maybe your practices are going well because you're practicing against your own team, who stinks. Of course you have good practices. The team sucks. I don't understand this football team. I don't understand how anybody, you know what? I feel sorry for the fans. I feel sorry for the fans who actually go watch this garbage, to be humiliated every Sunday. There's probably fans that got tickets to London. I wouldn't go. If I wouldn't go there, overseas, another country, so you can watch the New York Jets be pathetic and get whipped by the Broncos, who just, by the way, beat the Philadelphia Eagles, who hadn't lost yet. I don't understand this guy. You know, and another thing too, Aaron Glenn, he says he likes to tell us now. Now he tells us this is going to take time, fellas. This is going to take time. Well, that's not the shit you were saying when you first got hired for the job, because I remember his press conference. He said, no, we're going to win now. We're here to win now. Now he's changing his tune a little bit. Now it's more like, well, this is going to take time, guys. How come it's not taking the Patriots time? The Patriots beat the Bills last night. The undefeated Bills. The Patriots beat them with a second-year quarterback. You know why? Because they got good coaching. I remember last year the NFL's experts were talking about the Patriots roster being almost like a beginning roster. Like they didn't have anybody on the team. It didn't take them long to turn it around. They're 3-2 now. They're better than the Jets. I said in previous videos, after the Patriots ran roughshod on the AFC East for the better part of 20 years, the Patriots, when they lost Tom Brady, they were going to go, they're basically in rebuild. I said, watch and see. The Patriots will be good, which they were. They'll go bad, and then they'll be good again before the Jets will be good. And the Jets are still rebuilding for the last 10 years, 15 years. I don't know how long it is now. It's pathetic. The excuses are over. And I'm sick and tired of listening to other people say, well, Jet fans, be patient. Be patient. It's going to take the patient. That's all we are is patient. Every 2 years, we get a new coach, a new quarterback, a new offensive guy, a play caller, a coordinator, new defensive guy. And every 2 or 3 years, it's the same thing. Be patient. Be patient. It's going to turn around. It's not going to turn around. You know why? Because the ownership of the Jets continues to hire guys, first-time head coach, first-time offensive coordinator, first-time general manager. What the fuck is going on here? How about we hire somebody that knows what they're doing? Why do we have to be the team to give everybody their jump start, their head start in coaching? A team that hasn't won we haven't even had a winning season in 10 years. I don't understand this. And yet every Sunday we watch this team get worse and worse and worse. It's not like we're seeing them get better. Maybe, okay, you can get past this because we set the bar so low for this team that they can't even reach it. We don't expect them to win the Super Bowl, but God damn it, at least be competitive in a game. You can't even do that. We set the bar so low for this team and they can't even get to there. At least look like you're improving. No, every week the penalties are still stay the same. Stupid bonehead penalties, fumbles. Justin Fields is not a goddamn starting quarterback, fellas. I got news for you. He isn't. He holds the ball too long. He runs out of the pocket. If he doesn't hold the ball too long, he doesn't give the play enough time to open up, to happen. So he takes off running. That's our big highlight when Justin Fields runs. He scrambles for his life. He's not a good quarterback. He's goddamn good in garbage time, though. He's the best. The Jets are the best team at that. You want some garbage time stats? Put the Jets on your fantasy team. Put Justin Fields on your fantasy team because he'll throw for 200 plus yards when the game is already done and over. And I'm sick and tired also, too, of hearing even the NFL commentators saying, yeah, well, Aaron Glenn, he was there when the Lions were 0-15 and 3-13. Here's an idea for everybody who says that. Maybe Aaron Glenn is not Dan Campbell. Okay? Maybe Justin Fields is not Jared Goff. Okay? So stop making those stupid comparisons because this is not the same kind of team. The Lions had no fucking talent on those teams. Even when Goff came over, he was a throwaway from the Rams, but he was still an established quarterback. He still had his time, but he was good. But when he came to they had nothing, this team. And now look at them. So don't make those comparisons to, the Lions. I do seem to recall that the Detroit Lions defense still wasn't all that good. They weren't the 85 Bears. They were okay. So Aaron Glenn was a defensive coordinator. He wasn't the head coach there. So stop making that comparison. He's not Dan Campbell. Justin Fields is not Jared Goff. He's never going to be. So stop making that comparison. Stop telling Jet fans to be patient. It takes time. We're sick and tired of it taking time, and we're sick and tired of being patient. With an ownership that doesn't want to do jack shit, they want to get anybody who they can on a bargain deal because you know goddamn well if you were to hire McCarthy or John Gruden or somebody who's a real coach, you're not going to get him for nickels and dimes. You're going to have to pay some. So you know what? Let's do this. Let's take a guy that was on a good team. You want to make a fair comparison? When you want to say, Aaron Glenn came from the Lions, and look at them. How about Robert Saleh? The 49ers were a Super Bowl team then. He was the defensive coordinator. He came to the Jets. And well, how did that work out for him? So don't make no comparisons that make no sense. That you're just trying to cope with the fact that this is another poorly coached, unprepared, undisciplined football team Sunday after Sunday after Sunday. So now we go to London, yay, and we got to play the Denver Broncos, who are going to beat the shit out of them, 0-6. Do you know that this? I know everybody's talking about the stats, all the negative stats. The Jets being 0-5, they're the only team in NFL history, since they were wearing leather helmets that are 0-5 and haven't having a defensive takeaway yet. Aaron Glenn is the only Jets coach in his first tenure that started 0-5. And he's going to be the only one that starts 0-6 and 0-7. But yet, you know what? Hey, guess what? We got the Carolina Panthers coming up. Guess what? You're not going to beat them either. Because they just beat the Dolphins, who are not good, but the Dolphins beat the Jets. They whooped the Jets. But we did get some garbage time stats in that game too, just like we did in the Bucs game, the Dolphins game, and this game. That's what the Jets will do. That's what they'll do. And so it doesn't look that bad. Well, trust me, fans, it is that bad. This team is terrible. Yesterday, the Cowboys had 3 starting offensive linemen out. 3. The Jets couldn't get a sack. They couldn't put any pressure on Dak Prescott. They couldn't do anything. The starters were gone. 3 out of the 5 starting lineup guys are out. And they still couldn't do anything. I just don't understand this team. I don't understand how anybody can watch this kind of football. This is not even high school level football. The team quits. They don't try. Justin Fields is just terrible. And I feel sorry for Garrett Wilson, if you want the truth. I do. And in some level, I feel sorry for Breece Hall because he does break runs. He had a couple of 10, 15, or 20-yard runs yesterday. The guy's good. Garrett Wilson is good. He would be a wide receiver 1 on almost any other team. But he's stuck on this team to waste his career on this sorry-ass loser of a franchise. Because that's what they are. They're never going to change. Never. Now the Jets are 0-5, last place. Do you know that now with the Titans, Carolina, they're the only team in the NFL without a win. Jets, the New York Jets. The laughing stock of the NFL. The commentators make fun of them. The football analysts make fun of them. They're the only team in the NFL without a win. Without a win. 0-5. The Saints even won. We had the bar set so low for this football team that they can't even reach it. They can't even get there. They can't even get to that. You want to see improvement every Sunday. You want to see them get better, and they don't. But guess what? Aaron Glenn, he talked to Tony Dungy and Bill Parcells and blah, blah, blah. How'd that work? Oh, yeah, last week the press heard him screaming at his team so loud they could hear him through the door. How'd that work out? We had a great practice. How'd that work out? Something's not working out. I don't give a fuck if you talk to Vince Lombardi. This team stinks. They're not listening to you. If you're screaming at them, they certainly aren't listening to you because they just get worse. And this Steve Wilkes guy with this defense, I don't understand. They are horrible. They are fucking terrible. And everybody keeps asking, Aaron Glenn, are you going to take over in his press conference? Are you going to take over the play calling on the defense? No, I'm going to let my coaching staff do their jobs, he says. That's what he said. Well, guess what, Einstein? They're not doing their fucking jobs, especially that guy. And I got a feeling here that he don't want to take over the defensive play calling because he's going to realize just how bad he probably is at it. Maybe he don't want to, because if he takes over the play calling and they're still like this, now people are going to be going, "Holy shit, this guy don't know what he's doing either." I didn't like the Aaron Glenn hire in the first place. And then I heard him talk his line. He's spewing his line of shit. So, well, maybe he's an ex-Jet. Who cares if he's an ex-Jet? There's a lot of ex-Jets out there. We don't want him to be coach. But okay, he's an ex-Jet. He was on the Lions because they became good. Not because of him, but because they became good. So let's give him a chance. He knows the Jets. Okay, good. So I was against it. And then I was like, well, maybe give the guy a shot. You know what the hell? And The other day, I was like, I don't want to see the guy get fired after 4 or 5 games, but I got to be honest with you right now to tell you this. And you can say I'm flip-flopping or changing my mind or whatever you want to call it. Maybe they better start thinking about the fact that maybe this guy's in over his head right now. Maybe this is too much for him now. Because that conversation has to come up now. It has to be said. Is he in over his head, this guy? He don't even want to take over the play calling. His excuse is, let my coaches do their jobs. Your job is to make sure they do their jobs. And they're not doing their jobs. So what is your job now? Either get rid of the fucking guy or take over the play calling and see if you can bring it around. No, he'd rather say, you know what? Let them do their jobs. Letting them do their jobs is going to cost you your fucking job. You're going to be a one and done. Because at the beginning of the season, I said the Jets maybe win 4 games, maybe 5. I got to take that back too. I don't think this team can win 2 games. They'll be lucky if they can sniff 2 wins out. And then what? We keep this guy for another year? Oh, but it's slow. It's a slow turnaround. The Patriots will win the fucking Super Bowl again before the Jets even have a winning season. Anyway, if you got any comments, leave them below. I appreciate anything you got to say. There's probably a lot more stuff I want to say, but I forgot because they're so pathetic. It's even hard for me to make a 10-minute video to talk about these losers. So hit the like button if you enjoyed the video, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel. I'll be having some more sports coming up. The Yankees got destroyed again yesterday. That's a whole nother video I don't want to make. But there's a lot of stuff to talk about other than the New York Jets, because to be quite honest with you, they're a waste of anyone's time to talk about, to watch, to analyze anything. This team is pathetic, and they are the worst team in the NFL. Don't fool yourself. They are the worst team in the NFL. So anyway, have a good day, and I'll be talking to you guys very soon. Bye now.